So if you're doing something on sugar as the CS and you've been to Kakamega, you have listened to the stakeholders in Kakamega, including the farmers, including the tractor drivers. You have a 360 degrees view of that sector, not necessarily in entirety, that's why you need experts, but you have an understanding. So even when a policy is brought to you, you understand how that policy might affect the stakeholders. And therefore, I believe that what the president is doing with his cabinet secretaries in terms of going with them to the ground is equally very important. Because remember, apart from CSAs like Kuria, Aden Duale, Alice Wahome, you know, those who are politicians and they accompany the president in touring a majority of the areas in the country. Some of those CSAs have just been stuck in their areas of jurisdiction. They have not been able to go anywhere outside where they have been serving. And therefore, I think it is important that the president goes with them. Now, secondly, on the issue of taking people to heaven.
Yeah.
You know, the president is a man who is born again. And he's a Christian in terms of practicing.
Here it comes.
And I believe the president must have read the verse that says, you know, the king does not hold the sword in vain. It is the sword that he was given was it Kasarani?
Yeah.
He was not given that sword so that it is ornamental when it is seated at State House. It was meant that once in a while, the whip will be cracked. And let me tell you, Simba, you know, sometimes when you imagine about and you think about the common man, sometimes I feel pity and mercy for him. You know why? I have seen the Law Society of Kenya come out gun blazing and the civil society. And I have asked myself a question. Now, if Rai is in court, who's representing Rai? There must be a lawyer. What is the fee structure for that lawyer who's representing Rai? You have seen that there have been counter injunctions to an extent that even the court itself now is confused